Brittany Griner.
I always wanted to be coached by Spoon. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I've been hoping and praying that this happens. She pours into me so much. She reminded me how good I am. Yeah, Coach means a lot to me. She done taught me a lot.
She's been through a lot. So this is more than basketball to me. It's about me letting her know how much she's loved, how much she's cared for. But then when it comes between those four lines, she needs to be reminded how great you are. She's a winner. And I thank God that I have the opportunity just to be in her presence. Not to say anything about it X and O, just to be in her presence. That's motivation enough for me to want to give more and to do more.
That's some special stuff from Brittany Griner and Coach. What do you think, Renee?
Yeah, I think I've heard, I can't even count how many players I've heard say this exact same thing about Teaspoon, which says a lot about how she coaches and how she finds a way to break through to the players, because to give somebody their groove back is not an easy thing to do in sports where there's literally an opponent trying to make you do bad. So I love it. I see that happening at a high level in Unrivaled, where players have said that they've grown throughout the season, which is exactly what Unrivaled would want.
Yeah, it almost brought her to tears.
Yeah, there's phases in your career where you have to be reminded, like, who you are. And to have somebody in your corner that's a coach that has your back. I always say, like, there are teachers that you remember for life, and they'll always be your teacher. And there are coaches that you will forever call coach. And they have an impact in your life that goes far beyond the line.
Yeah.
So I think to see that again, I've heard so many great things about Teaspoon and how she pours into, you know, her players, but to do this in this situation, I think it's amazing.
And it really is amazing stuff. And we're going to see her continue to pour in because the playoffs start tomorrow. The Mist, though, not playing tomorrow as we take a look at our Galaxy game winner, powered by Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, featuring instant slow-mo with Galaxy AI. Stewie. We know she talked earlier this season about wanting to be better than they were last year. They're a lot better than they were last year because we're not going to see them until Brooklyn. The Mist have been dominating, but they've been doing it in a quiet fashion, Candace.
Well, first of all, Stewie knows those rims in Brooklyn, so everybody better watch out. She knows how to win championships on those rims. But again, I think it's just about going about your business and being who you are. You know, again, riding the waves of your career, the ups and downs. And I think sometimes, you know, we can take for granted greatness and what you do daily, because Stewie is a problem. She can spread it from downtown. She gets to her mid-range. She is one of those players that runs, slip screens. And then on the defensive end, you know, she's able to get block shots, have the switchability, that left shoulder fade, that right shoulder fade, the shimmy. I mean, she's been an MVP in the WNBA for a reason. She's won at every single level multiple times. And so I think this season is about putting some respect on Stewie's name and understanding that her greatness and what she gives to this game.
Yeah, your thoughts, Renee?
I think it's so interesting that last year Fee dominated in every single thing, and this year we have Stewie, who is not as loud, the one-on-one and all of that, but she is dominating at a certain high level. I also think good on the basketball gods that got Natasha Cloud to Brooklyn and got Stewie to Brooklyn, because I just know that fan base up there, they're already just thirsty for women's basketball energy. So I know it's going to be a perfect home, but I'm also looking like those games bring out the best in players. You saw what happened when the group went to Philly. Marina had a record-breaking night that is now the new points per game. So I'm just looking to see, like, who is about to have one of these memorable, amazing games.
Yeah.
And Stewie's the type of player that would have that, because, I mean, whether you believe in this or not, like, shooting in an arena is different than shooting in Unrivaled in Miami. And so you've got to expect that it's going to be won from the interior. It's not going to be outside. And so you have somebody that can do both. And I think Stewie is built for moments like this.
And it's an arena she's very comfortable in as well.
She's just got to look up in the rafters. You'll see her banner.
That's all she's got to do. Watch your head, boy.
Okay. Listen. Boy is spelled different than I would have normally spelled boy, but I'll allow it.
I kind of like it. Get a little spicy.
Throwing stuff.